Hey guys, new vlog, new week 2, TBR 10, and I just wanted to let you guys know that I finished The House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas. So, I wanted to talk about it just a little bit. I'm going to do my wrap up and we'll talk more in depth about it there. But I get the hype. I get it. It is snarky and saucy and fun. Just not the greatest book. That's just how it is. Nothing wrong with that. And I had a fun time. I did think that the book was way too long for what it was. I read a lot of urban fantasy, and so it was when is this book gonna end? Towards, about page 600. Like, we've had multiple endings already, so are we done? But I enjoyed it. I had fun. I ended up giving it 3 stars because, yeah, we'll talk about that. I am about 70 pages into The Forest Queen. I haven't had a lot of time to physically read, so that's why it's taking me a little bit of time to get through this. And I still like it. It's still dark and it's getting darker, so I will be giving trigger warnings whenever I review this. But I'm enjoying it. Again, just I can't say fun because it is pretty dang dark, but enjoyable book. I am also going to be starting magic lessons as an audio, and that's part of my Pop Sugar challenge. I was wanting magical realism, and so I'm going back to the Owens family. You know how much I love practical magic, and it became available at my library, so I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. And I am also reading the e-arc of Hall of Smoke by H.M. Long. And I'm so excited to get started on that one. It does take me a long time to read ebooks because I just can't connect with the media of it. I don't know what happens in my brain, but ebooks are really difficult for me to get into, so we'll see how that goes. But I am thrilled to be finished with my first venture into a Sarah J. Maas, and I might pick up something else of hers. They were fun. They were saucy. They were saucy. But I don't mind that. I like me some smut. But that's the only update I have for the beginning of the week. We will see how the rest of the week goes with the 3 books that I am going to be reading. And if I finish The Forest Queen at some point tonight, I will move on to Icons. All right, bye. Oh, and I totally forgot to tell you guys about this, but I also read or listened to The Test by Sylvain Neuvel, which was the shortest book on my TBR Pop Sugar Challenge. And ooh, that's a messed up story, guys. That is a messed up story. I don't know what else to say. It's a short story, and it's sci-fi, and it is about a guy going to take his citizenship test, and things go very, very wrong. Like, I don't even know. Can I give you a synopsis without, I will look up the synopsis whenever I do my wrap up. But that's a messed up story. Messed up. Okay, now bye. All right, day 2. Oh, so this reading week has been a lot better, starting out at least. So I said last time I finished Crescent City, and I got about 100-ish pages into The Forest Queen, and I am liking it. It is dark. It's totally my thing. And I am loving that this is like a full female recasting of these characters. And it's pretty dang fantastic. But it is dark. Lots and lots of trigger warnings. So when I do my wrap up, that will be the time to give you those. But I enjoyed it. Or I am enjoying it. So when I checked in last time, I had mentioned that the library finally released Magic Lessons by Alice Hoffman. Well, I finished it in one day. I won't say that it's great, but it's very like nostalgic of Practical Magic being one of my favorite like stories of all time. So there was a lot that was very like, oh, I dig this, I like this. And so my enjoyment of it is kind of based on that. But Alice Hoffman has a tendency to write in a very fairy tale-esque kind of way where the story is being told to you instead of like it playing out and like, you know, show don't tell, that kind of thing. But I enjoyed it. The nostalgia's there. I haven't settled on my rating of it yet, so I'll wait until the wrap up to let you guys know what I think about that. And that is part of my Pop Sugar Challenge, Magical Realism. I was gonna move on to Icons if I finished The Forest Queen, but I sat down and listened to Practical Magic, or to Magic Lessons, and so I didn't get very far. But then the library also told me another book of mine that I had on hold was ready to be... Oh, yeah? Hang on, guys. Okay, you're in the video now. Are you happy? You're in the video now. Are you happy? Are you happy? Oh, you're happy now? You're happy now? Okay. So the library released another of my holds, which was the Pop Sugar Locked Room Mystery. And that would be the 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Turton. So I did start that too. As far as the TBR 10, I am going to also start... I kind of want to save Valor and move on to Muse of Nightmares. I'll let you know. So the funny thing about this go round is while some of the top books in my TBR are available for audio so that I can kind of do the back and forth with them, none of the bottom books in my TBR are going to be available for me to do the audio version of them should need be. So yeah, I'm gonna have to have some time to sit down and physically read. That's gonna be a thing. But I enjoyed all of the stuff that I read today. Let's see if I can enjoy all of the stuff that I read tomorrow. Bye. Look at the lazy bum. My lazy, lazy bum. All he wants to do is lay in Mama's lap. All right, it is update time. So, I took a day off from reading because I wanted to, I needed a little bit of a mental break. But today I finished The Forest Queen. So this is a very short, quick book, a retelling of Robin Hood with female characters. My dog is going nuts. I don't know what's happening over there, but he's just going crazy. So there are some trigger warnings, like I said, that I will go over when I do the wrap up. It's a little dark, but I enjoyed it overall. And I want to say that it's written for a very young audience. There's not a whole lot of world building. There's a lot of dialogue. And so while it's not the greatest book ever, it was a fun time for me. But I really, really love Robin Hood. So I could say go ahead and pick this up if you're just looking for a quick, fun read. But you kind of have to really love the Robin Hood story to be into it, I think. And then I'm about 50% through the 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. I am enjoying it. I really do like his writing style. I don't know what else to say because this book, the character or the thing that is narrating the book is body hopping. And so I don't really know what to say about it, but I'm enjoying the writing. I'm enjoying the mystery. I think I'm going to end up liking it. So nothing bad to say. Nothing great to say. Just I'm enjoying it. But since I finished The Forest Queen, I am also going to start Icons by Margaret Stoll here very soon. Probably won't start it tonight because it's pretty late at night, but I probably will start it in the morning. Also, slight update here. I am going to institute a new rule because I'm realizing very quickly that some of these books I'm not prioritizing. So I think what I'm going to do is if a book has the potential to be on my TBR 10 for a couple of months or 2 or 3 months and I still haven't picked it up and I'm still not quite intrigued by it, that I'm going to remove it from my TBR, say bon voyage, take it to the buy sell trade and get rid of it, because I am finding as I look at what could be coming for February that I'm probably not going to tackle Conqueror's Moon in February either. So while I like the premise of the story, it's not hitting my radar like many of the other books that have made it onto my TBR 10. So we will probably say bon voyage to Conqueror's Moon and move on. And then if anything else hits the list for more than a couple months, I'll probably just go ahead and say bye to that as well. Okay, well, that's my wrap up for tonight. Okay, here I am with another update for you guys, and I am about to film some videos so you guys get this quality for the final check-in, And I want to let you know that I finished the 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. This was good. I really enjoyed it. The writing was impressive. I still have that sense of I have no idea what just happened. But I really like Stuart Turton's writing style. I feel like he is going to be an author that I continue to look for. And I'll talk more about this book in my wrap-up, but just know that I really enjoyed it, and I need to get my thoughts wrapped around it for now. But yeah, good book. Good book. I am starting Icons tonight, so I will give you guys an update whenever we get to my wrap-up video, but just wanted to check in and let you know that I finished it. All right, guys, time for my TBR 10 and wrap-up update this week. So let's talk about the 2 books that I tackled for the TBR 10 this week. The first that I'm going to talk about is The Forest Queen by Betsy Cornwell. So I still don't know quite what to say about this one because it is written in a very juvenile way. I wouldn't consider it young adult because there are some darker moments in here. So I did say I would give trigger warnings. We have sexual assault. We have rape. We have pregnancy due to rape. We have torture and imprisonment. There's just a lot of dark things going on in this novel that would stop me from deeming it young adult. However, it's super dialogue heavy, and any rating that I would give it would be based on the fact that I enjoyed reading a Robin Hood-esque novel. So take that all with a grain of salt. Do I think this is a book for everybody? No. Unfortunately, with the trigger warnings, I can't say that. However, if you can get past those trigger warnings, it's decent. There's nothing wrong with it. I'd give it like a 3-star if I had to give it a 3-star, or if I had to give it a star rating. Now for the second book that I tackled on my TBR and wanted to save it because I have feelings. That would be The House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas. So this is my first Sarah J. Maas novel. And like I said in my vlog, I get the hype. I get why people like her. She is fun, entertaining, sexy. Like, I get the hype. I really do. I read enough urban fantasy to know that those are pretty standard for the genre anyway. But I'm verging on I didn't like it. And there are a couple of reasons as to why. So the amount of creatures that Sarah J. Maas utilizes through this is a little weird. Like, I think it would have been better if she could have focused on just a few, honed in on the lore of just a few of them instead of trying to explore every little detail of this world. And that would have made the book shorter too. Because, oh my gosh, 803 pages. This book did not need to be that long for any reason. It just went on, and I was going, how many endings does this book have? Like, really, this is just insane. But again, for the most part, I had a good time. It was just, I don't know, Sarah J. Maas is probably not the author for me. I did enjoy the smut. The smut was good. I know that's why a lot of people like her. And she does put a solid effort into world building as well. It was just, there was too much. It was just too much going on in this book for me to actually enjoy it. Am I going to pick up another Sarah J. Maas novel? I don't know. I can't tell you like 100% for sure. I can tell you, and spoiler alert for an upcoming video, that I probably will not continue with this series. No, I'm not going to. Not if they're going to be this long for no reason, and not if... I can't... I didn't even enjoy the romance that was in this book. So, there's that too. Okay. So, moving on from my TBR 10, let's talk about the other books that I read this week. The first one I want to talk about is The Test by Sylvain Neuvel. It's messed up, guys. So, it's a short story, so I don't want to say a whole lot about it because it's like 60 pages long or something like that. I read this for my Pop Sugar challenge of shortest book on your TBR. And here it is. So the main character is going to take his citizenship test, and he gets there with his family, and things go very wrong very fast. This test is a whole lot more than he bargained for. And there are so many twists and turns that this short story takes that I am just, how did you get it all in this tiny, tiny book? I don't understand. So if I had to give it a rating, between a 3 and a 4, fantastic writing. I just don't know what to do with it. I don't know what to think about it. There's so many, I don't want to give spoilers, but just know that whatever you think that this short story is, that's probably not what this short story is. And it is sci-fi, and there are sci-fi elements that come into play. And it's a messed up story, guys. That's all I can say without giving anything away. And do I recommend it? Sure. Like, if you just want a quick read that is going to boggle your mind, have a go at it. Okay, and then for the prompt of magical realism, I decided to read Magic Lessons by Alice Hoffman, and I enjoyed it. I had a really good time with it. It is the story I wanted. I wanted the origin story of the Owens family, to find out how the curse started, and we got it. Now, Alice Hoffman does tend to write in a very fairy tale-esque kind of way, where she is telling you the story rather than you being present in the story and living it with the characters. So that is an element to her writing that I would caution some people on, because there's a lot of readers out there that do not like that. But if you are like me and love practical magic, then I do think that you will enjoy this novel. And again, I'm teetering between a 3 and a 4 on this one, because while I enjoyed it, there were some elements to it that I thought were rushed. There were some elements that I thought could have been much better. And the romance that triggers this whole curse, I expected more. that I really expected it to tug at my heartstrings, and it just didn't. Now, the mother-daughter relationship in this does have some really emotional moments, and you really feel for the daughter Faith towards the end of the novel. But again, like, my love for it is probably based in nostalgia, and I hate to say that because Alice Hoffman is a very popular author, huge following, so it was okay. I do still have the other book in the Practical Magic series to read. I haven't got to that yet, and it was on my Pop Sugar last year, so I'm sure I'll get to it here in the near future. I just haven't got to it yet. Okay, and the final book that I read this week would be The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. And I thoroughly enjoyed this one. It is weird, it is convoluted, there is so much going on. The narrator of the story, Aidan Bishop, he is body hopping, so there's a little bit of a sci-fi element to this, a magical element. I don't know what you want to call it, but he's body hopping, trying to figure out who killed Evelyn Hardcastle. And I really enjoyed this because when Aidan takes on a different character, it's very easy to tell that he has taken on a different character. So while there is just mainly Aidan that you're dealing with in this book, he is taking on the lives of 8 other people, and you can really tell when the character shifts and when he is inhabiting a new person. So that element was extremely well done. The mystery of this was extremely well done. I did not see most of the things coming because the way it's written, it's almost like a how can you know what's going on, because even the main character isn't really sure what's going on. And I don't know, like I really enjoyed this book. And I'm really excited to pick up more of Stuart Turton's works because this sold me. Like, Devil in the Dark Water, here I come, because I am ready for more from him. And I really liked, like I said, the way he wrote characters, but he really tackled atmosphere well too. So one of my favorite genres or subgenres is gothic horror, and he has a gothic horror hand, I do believe, and it was so entertaining, just that element of it as well, how atmospheric the book is. Just, I really am looking forward to moving on to more of his works. I really think that he is going to be an author for me. Okay, now let's talk about the massive amount of books that I somehow started reading, and I don't know how I ended up reading this many books, but we'll talk about it. I have started Muse of Nightmares. Very excited. Not very far into it, but you guys know how much I love Laini Taylor, and so I'm very excited to be starting this. This will finish up a series for me, so I'm excited about that too. I did get a notification that Spoiler Alert is ready at my library, and so I am going to be starting that one soon. I'm still working on Hall of Smoke. I'm about 15% into it, which is kind of great because I'm not very good at keeping up with ebooks, and this one is intriguing me. This one, oh, I can't wait to vlog and tell you guys about this one. I think it's gonna be a favorite of the year. And then, of course, Icons. Now, because I have picked up so many books, I haven't got very far in any of them yet. But I'm hoping this week I will be able to probably blow through Spoiler Alert. I'll probably end up doing that. And then pick up the rest of these, and I'm having fun, guys. All right. Like, subscribe, do all the fun things. See you later. Bye.